Hello everybody and welcome back to the channel as I continue through the Indiana Jones films. Up next is the third one called The Last Crusade, which released in 1989. My name is Kale. If you're new here, hello and welcome in. If you would like to get caught up on my first two reactions in this series, I do have those located in a playlist. Click up there or down in the video description. Feel free to go and watch those two before you come back and check out The Last Crusade or watch them after, totally up to you. I'm really excited for this movie today. Obviously I'm excited because just like the first two films, I don't know what the story is in this one, so I have no idea what Indy gets up to, but I'm excited to follow up with the character. I'm excited to see Harrison a little bit older, and there's a big reason that I'm excited for this film that has nothing to do with Indiana Jones, the character, or the series, or Harrison, or anything. I feel like I'm hitting a milestone in my movie watching / reaction journey, and that is that this movie is about to become the first Sean Connery film I've ever watched in my entire life, which is crazy. I know the man is credited in like 100+ movies, and yes, I haven't seen a single one, so I'm excited. Sean Connery, I have seen him young and old. I know what he sounds like. I know what he looks like. He's my mom's favorite James Bond. I've seen celebrities do impressions of him. I've just never actually seen this man act, so this is gonna be my first, and I'm excited. So thank you so much for joining me today. As always, I do have a collection over on Patreon for the full-length watch-alongs to these movies. If you're interested in that, I'll have that linked in the pinned comment down below. You can either just grab the whole collection and you'll get access to the other two reactions when they drop, although by the time you're seeing this, they may already be there, they may not, I'm not sure. I don't have a plan for when I'm watching the other two movies in this series yet. I don't know if I'm going to watch them right away. I don't know if I'm going to save them for a later time. At the time of recording this, I just don't know yet, but it's in the description. Feel free to click that. You don't have to become a member of my Patreon to get access to the Indiana Jones watch-alongs. If those are the only ones you want, you can just pay for the collection directly to access those. Totally up to you, but I do thank you in advance if you do that. I appreciate you guys. And before we get into the film, make sure that you subscribe to the channel. Yes, that's what we do here. Subscribe, yes. And feel free to click that notification bell if you don't want to miss out on any of my edited reactions. And oh my God, I'm out of breath. So let's just fucking press play on the movie. Thank you so much for joining me today, okay? Okay, let's go. This looks like Utah or Arizona. River Phoenix is in this? No way. Okay. Sean Connery as Professor Henry Jones. I'm excited to see my second River Phoenix film. I have a reaction to Running on Empty. It's a Patreon exclusive. That was my first time ever watching River Phoenix. Oh, just an incredible actor. I'm really excited to see him again. Is this like Boy Scouts? Or something like that.
Yeah, Frank, you get anything yet? Nothing. Keep digging.
Indy, what are they doing?
Shh.
Utah, 1912.
Run back, Mr. Havelock, the sheriff. What are you gonna do?
I like how River was mouthing that just then, like his lines. Oh. John Williams music. So fun. So good. So we're in 1912. Fuck, what year did the first movie take place? Wasn't it in the 30s? So is this a young Indy that we're like, is River portraying a young Indiana Jones right now? This is awesome, by the way. This whole shot right now. I love it. No. Oh gosh, what the fuck? Why did it have to be this type of train? Oh gosh. Is this where he becomes, is this why he's afraid of snakes? Because earlier with that kid, now this might not be India. I could just, it could be, not be. Let me just shut up. my gosh, make sure he doesn't grab it.
Holy smoke!
That was close.
Come on, kid.
Okay. Okay.
You got heart, kid, but that belongs to me.
This should be in a museum. I'll give it back.
Hey.
Magic?
Oh gosh. What is this about to be?
Out of the bar, now!
Okay, that was right. That was right. Oh, Husky.
Dad, you listen.
Junior!
In Greek.
Enna, Theo.
Oh, is Sean Connery his dad?
I brought the sheriff.
Now, there were 5 or 6 of them. I just
All right.
came after me.
You still got it? I'm glad to see that. As the rightful owner of this cross, won't press charges if you give it back.
You lost today, kid. But it doesn't mean you have to like it.
All right, 1938.
Small world, Dr. Jones. Too small for 2 of us. This is the second time I've had to reclaim my property from you. That belongs in a museum. Throw him over the side.
Oh, I kind of want to see River again, but I feel like we won't anymore. So if that's all we get of him, I feel like he did such a good job. How are we swimming in these waves exactly? Very exciting opening. Loved it.
Fact, not truth.
Professor Jones.
Next week, Egyptology, starting with the excavation of New Crates.
You've got it.
You know how long I've been looking for that?
All your life.
Literally.
This is your appointment schedule, and these turnovers still.
Can we like give him some space? Good call.
My name is Donovan, Walter Donovan. This might interest you.
Eternal life.
Why am I feeling a very suspicious vibe right now?
To the temple where the cup that holds the blood of Jesus Christ.
The Holy Grail, Dr. Jones. Eternal life, Dr. Jones. Every man's dream, including your father's, I believe.
Grail lore is his hobby. He's a teacher of medieval literature, the one the student.
How is it?
After the Grail was entrusted to Joseph of Arimathea, it disappeared before it was found again by 3 knights of the First Crusade. This is the manuscript in which the friar chronicled the knight's story. But the knight promised that 2 markers that had been left behind would. This tablet, now the second marker, is entombed with the knight's dead brother. We're about to complete a great quest. Our project leader has vanished.
Why don't you try my father?
Your father is the man who's disappeared.
Oh no. Well, it's a find dear old dad mission to start, and then a Holy Grail mission.
Dad!
Dear God. It's today's mail. And it's been opened.
This place looks
Venice, Italy.
Like really trashed up.
It's Dad's Grail Diary. Complete record of his search for the Holy Grail.
Why would he have sent this to me? Do you believe the Grail actually exists?
At my age, I'm prepared to take a few things on faith.
Call Donovan, Marcus. Tell him I'll take that ticket to Venice now.
I'll tell him we'll take two.
All right. This is exciting.
Be very careful. Don't trust anybody.
I don't think I've talked about this yet, but I do love this part of the movies where we get like the map with other footage overlaid on top, and it's fun. Except the flight path isn't quite 100% accurate. That's okay.
How will we recognize this Dr. Schneider when we see him?
Maybe he'll know us.
Dr. Jones,
Yes.
Hello.
you have your father's eyes.
And my mother's ears. But the rest belongs.
Dr. Elsa Schneider.
How do you do?
Well, he was right. She would recognize you.
I left your father working in the library. He sent me to the map section. When I got back to his table, he'd gone.
That doesn't look much like a library.
The library's closing in a few moments. I'll arrange for us to stay a little longer.
It's a beautiful library.
I've seen this window before, right here. Dad's diary. Dad wasn't looking for a book about the knight's tomb. He was looking for the tomb itself. The tomb is somewhere in the library.
The floor or up the stairs? Oh.
10. X marks the spot.
It's like standing there like, oh, I don't know how we're going to get into this.
Bingo.
You don't disappoint, Dr. Jones.
There's a knight of the First Crusade down here. That's where we'll find him.
No. No. Please don't search his I mean, they're gonna search his pockets. Damn.
Petroleum. I should sink a well down here and retire.
Gross. Oh. The end. Well, shoot. There we go.
It's the same as on the Grail tablet.
Just like your father. Giddy is a schoolboy.
Wouldn't it be wonderful if you were here now to see this?
You never would have made it past the rats.
Oh gosh. Oh no. How are the flames spreading so fast? Oh, the petroleum, duh. Sorry. That's what he said it was, right? It wasn't just water? I mean, they're in water now. I'm confused.
I think I found a way out. Deep breath.
Hello, sorry.
Are you crazy? Don't go between them.
Go between them, are you crazy?
I said go around.
You said go between them!
I said don't go between them.
It's fine. You'll make it just fine. Well, rip to those guys. I love the music.
My father was looking for the Holy Grail. Where is he? Talk or you're dead.
This is a crazy scene right now.
This is your last chance. No, Dr. Jones. It's yours. Where's my father?
If you let me go, I will tell you where he is.
My name is Qasim.
The secret of the Grail has been safe for 1,000 years. The Brotherhood of the Cruciform Sword have been prepared to do anything to keep it safe.
I didn't come for the Cup of Christ. I came to find my father.
Your father is being held in the castle of Brunwald on the...
Okay, so we got the other half.
Across the desert and through the mountain to the canyon of the Crescent Moon. Alexandretta. Marcus, get hold of Sala. Going after Dad.
Elsa?
Oh no.
Elsa.
My room.
Mine too.
What were they looking for?
This.
You had it? You didn't trust me.
I didn't know you. At least I let you tag along. You like the way I do things.
It's lucky I don't do things the same way.
What do you think is going on here? Since I met you, I've nearly been incinerated, drowned, shot at, and chopped into fish bait. I'm gonna continue to do things the way I think they should be done.
How dare you kiss me?
Oh gosh.
I don't like fast women.
And I hate arrogant men.
I was just about to say, really? You don't like fast women? Okay.
Yes? Oh, before time. Do you intend to leave us standing on the doorstep all day? Oh, look, that gun and caught a sniffle. Now battle off and tell Baron Brunwald that Lord Clarence MacDonald and his lovely assistant...
Squeaking.
If you are a Scottish lord, then...
I am Mickey Mouse.
How dare he?
Yep. Makes sense. I was wondering. I'm like, I bet he's going to punch some Nazis again, considering the time and now where they are.
I hate these guys.
Mm-hmm. Same.
I'll be right back.
Junior?
Hi, Dad.
Don't call me that, please.
Late 14th century Ming Dynasty.
Oh, it breaks the heart.
I'll never forgive myself.
Fine.
Thank God. It's fake.
Dad, they come in through the doors.
Good point. But better safe than sorry. So I was wrong this time.
Better safe than sorry. I love his voice.
We found the entrance to the catacombs.
Through the library?
Right.
And the tomb of Sir Richard?
Found it.
You saw him and his shield.
Alexandretta.
Alexandretta, of course. Junior, you did it.
No, Dad, you did. 40 years.
If only I could have been with you.
Aww.
What do the Nazis want with you, Dad?
They wanted my diary. I knew I had to get that book as far away from me as I possibly could.
Yeah.
Yeah, about that. It's here now.
Do you think my son would be that stupid that he would bring my diary all the way back here? You didn't, did you? You didn't bring it, did you?
Well,
You did.
can we discuss this later?
I should have mailed it to the Marx brothers. Will you take it easy?
I came here to save you. And who's going to come to save you, Junior? I told you.
Don't call me Junior.
I love their back and forth.
Look what you did. I can't believe what you did.
Oh, just wait. It'll probably get even worse than this.
Elsa, that's far enough.
Oh, crap.
Put down the gun or the Fräulein dies.
But she's one of them.
Andy, please.
Love these shots with the shadows.
I will kill her.
Huh? Go ahead. No! Don't worry, he won't. And don't listen to her. Wait.
I'm sorry. But you should have listened to your father.
How did you know she was a Nazi? She talks in her sleep. He didn't trust him. He didn't take my advice.
Hi.
Didn't I warn you not to trust?
He did. I was thinking about that.
There are pages torn out of this.
This book contained a map.
So it did.
Where are these missing pages, this map?
He won't tell us. He's given them to Marcus Brody.
You didn't drag poor Marcus along, did you?
He's got a 2-day head start on you.
Brody's got friends in every town and village from here to the Sudan. He speaks a dozen languages, knows every local custom.
Does anyone here speak English?
Marcus is great.
Oh, panic. Relief. Yes, but don't panic. Everything's under control.
Aww.
Mr. Brody.
How?
Welcome to Iskenderun. The director of the Museum of Antiquities has sent a car for you.
My reputation precedes me.
There is no museum in Iskenderun.
Run. Yes.
David's got it here.
Listen to him.
Run.
Yes.
Marcus.
You say,
No!
Don't look at me like that. We both wanted the Grail. I would have done anything to get it. You would have done the same.
I'm sorry you think so.
I'm sorry you think so.
I can't forget how wonderful it was.
Thank you. It was rather wonderful.
His face.
You said he had 2 days stock, that it would blend in.
I made that up, you know. Marcus, he got lost once in his own museum.
Can you try and reach my left jacket pocket?
Try and burn through the ropes.
Oh no. No, 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 no.
I'm going to tell you something.
Don't get sentimental now, Dad. Save it till we get out of here.
The floor's on fire. See? We have Marcus Brody. Eliminate the American conspirators. Germany has declared war on the Jones boy.
Ugh. Well, maybe this fire, they'll think they're dead. Oh, well, that's convenient.
Our situation has not improved.
Nobody's noticing this. Was she in Austin Powers? Oh, shoot.
There's got to be a secret door. Passageway. I find that if I just sit down and think... The solution presents itself.
I've heard that quote before. I've heard that line before.
Great, more bolts.
Well, you have plenty of experience, so you're fine.
Come on, Dad! Come on! What about the boat?
Oh, clever. They didn't even think to check. Oh, they should have waited they should have waited till they were all in the boat and away already. Love a good chase scene. I love that he's in the sidecar. Perfect. Really turned into a casuals father-son drive really fast.
Brody's this way. My diary's in Berlin. We don't need the diary. There is more in the diary than just the map.
Half the German army's on our tail, and you want me to go to Berlin? Jesus Christ.
That's for blasphemy. It's a race against evil. The armies of darkness will march all over the face of the earth.
This is an obsession, Dad. I never understood it.
Neither did Mom.
Yes, she did.
Oh, boy.
Boy, we're pilgrims in an unholy land.
Fräulein, Doctor?
How did you get here?
Where is...
Came back for the book?
My father didn't want it incinerated.
Is that what you think of me? I believe in the Grail, not the swastika.
You stood up to be countered with the enemy of everything that the Grail stands for.
All I have to do is squeeze.
Ooh. Oh gosh. Oh gosh. Oh gosh. Oh gosh. Few? That's a few. I guess he doesn't have time to start flipping through every single book he's signing, so.
Well, we made it.
When we're airborne with Germany behind us, then I'll share that sentiment.
Let's not relax quite yet. This isn't going to be that easy.
Guten Tag, Herr Jones. Tickets, please.
Was?
No ticket.
Sharing your adventures is an interesting experience.
Yeah, it would be.
We never talked.
Aw.
I was a wonderful father. I taught you self-reliance.
What you taught me was that I was less important to you than people who'd been dead for 500 years in another country.
You left just when you were becoming interesting.
Ooh. Yikes.
We get to Alexandretta. We will face 3 challenges.
Aw. Indy tried.
We're turning around. They're taking us back to Germany.
I thought it would take him a lot longer to figure out the radio was dead.
Well, this is going to be fun.
I didn't know you could fly a plane. Why, yes. Land? No.
Hold on to your hats.
Dad, you're going to have to use a machine gun. 11 o'clock. What happens at 11 o'clock?
Oh my gosh. Mission Impossible Final Reckoning could never. I was just, yep.
Are we hit? More or less, they got us.
I knew he wasn't going to admit it was him. That's an all right landing.
Nice landing.
Yeah, that was better than I thought it would be.
People are trying to kill us. I know, Dad!
Poor guy. Ooh, what a shot. Love it. Love it. Love it, love it, love it.
This is intolerable!
Well, tolerate it. You have no other choice. Hi. And goodbye.
Well, they don't come any closer than that. Dad! He's coming back.
Every single time Harrison yells, "Dad!" He just, oh, it just sounds so funny to me. Oh, smart. Poor birds, though. Thank you, birds, for your sacrifice.
I suddenly remembered my Charlemagne.
That wasn't a sacrifice, more like just sending them to their death. I think he likes this quality time with his dad. I like this quality time with his dad.
Precious valuables, Your Highness, donated by some of the finest families in all of Germany.
Rolls-Royce Phantom 2. You shall have camels, horses, an armed escort, and tanks.
They set out across the desert this afternoon. I believe they took Mr. Brody with them.
Now they have the man. There's no silver medal for finishing second.
True that.
Get down.
Dad, we're well out of range.
You're just forgetting about things that can reflect.
Maybe it wasn't even Jones.
No, it was him, all right.
In this sun, without transportation, they're as good as dead.
Now, who are all these people?
Stick down.
I'm going after those horses.
I'll take the camels.
I don't need camels.
But indeed.
No camels.
Well.
Search him. What are you hiding? Goose-stepping morons like yourself should try reading books instead of burning them.
Colonel!
Love that line.
I said no camels! Fire!
All right. Another Nazi truck-ish chase. Nice. Ooh. Ooh.
Die kämpfen wie Weiber.
Oh.
Henry, the pen.
What?
But don't you see? The pen is mightier than the sword.
Oh my gosh.
It's war!
It's war. It is. Oh gosh, I don't like this. I don't like this. No. Right at the last minute. Second, I mean.
You call this archaeology?
Yeah. This is what happens when we're not actively digging or in tombs or whatever. We punch the people that are trying to take the shit from us.
Hang on, Dad!
Salah!
Father Avindi! Give me your hand! Right! Sir!
Father Avindi. Thanks, Hella. Indy, get off, get off, get off, get off it! Get off the tank! Where did he go? Where are you? Did he whip to a branch?
Oh, God.
Where is he hanging from?
5 minutes would have been enough.
You've got your 5 minutes, Dad.
I thought I'd lost you, boy.
Come on.
Let's go then.
Can you give him like 2 seconds to
Why are you
just...
sitting there resting? We're so near the end. Come on, let's go.
He almost died. Just because you can move on from your grief so fast doesn't mean he can move on from his stress from that moment. Wow. I love the angle of those shots because the horses are like, hello? Hi, camera. Yes, I'm here too.
Helmet, another volunteer.
I never expected to see you again.
He's going to recover the Grail for us. Ready to go down in history? The Nazis want to write themselves into the Grail legend.
Of course they do.
Hitler can have the world, but he can't take it with him. I'm going to be drinking my own health when he's gone the way of the dodo. The Grail is mine, and you're going to get it for me.
Shooting me won't get you anywhere.
You're absolutely right.
Dad!
Stop. No, they didn't get their 5 minutes.
You can't save him when you're dead. The healing power of the Grail is the only thing that can save your father now.
Dad better not die.
The penitent man will pass.
Penitent man.
Penitent man is humble before God. Kneels before God. Kneel!
I'm through! You're all right.
I didn't realize that it was like blades out of the rock. For some reason, I thought it was just like the air slicing their heads off, which I know doesn't make sense, but.
The name of God, Jehovah. But in the Latin alphabet, Jehovah begins with an I. J. Oh dear.
Latin Jehovah starts with an I.
Just needed that reminder. Should have kept that in his head. And what was this challenge again?
Nobody can jump this.
And you must hurry! Come quickly!
Does something appear when you leap?
It's a leap of faith.
You must believe, boy. You must.
You gotta believe for your dad. Oh. Love it. Love the illusion.
Knew you would come. My strength has left me. You're strangely dressed for a night. I was chosen because I was the bravest, the most worthy.
Listen, I don't have time to explain it.
Shouldn't have put the rocks on the bridge.
You must choose, as the true Grail will bring you life. The false Grail will take it from you.
Hey.
I'm not a historian.
Let me choose.
This certainly is the cup of the King of Kings.
I'm about to watch this man have a sweet, sweet death. Gross. Love that though. I feel like that was the best special effects in the whole movie too.
It would not be made out of gold.
That's the cup of a carpenter. There's only one way to find out.
You have chosen wisely.
Oh, better.
We have got it!
Elsa, don't cross the sea!
Oh gosh. Oh gosh.
Elsa.
Really?
Elsa. Your other hand, honey, I can't hold.
Oh, so you're being stupid. She doesn't care, Indy.
Junior, give me your other hand. I can't hold on.
Indy, don't be stupid.
Indiana, let it go.
You used it to make sure your dad didn't die. Let's go.
Elsa never really believed in the Grail. She thought she'd found a prize.
What did you find, Dad?
Illumination.
Good answer. At least the outside of this place still looks nice.
What does it always mean, this Junior? That's his name. Henry Jones Jr.
Like Indiana.
We named the dog Indiana. Aww.
Got a lot of fond memories.
Aww. Oh. Bum, ba-dum. Oh, what a great final, I assume final shot. Love it. It's beautiful. Yeah. All right. Well, I loved Raiders. I enjoyed Temple of Doom a lot, but not as much as Raiders because I really liked the more serious-ishness. Like I liked Indy fighting Nazis more than all the silliness that went down in Temple of Doom. So this was definitely a return to that vibe. But not only did we get Indy punching Nazis a lot, we had a father-son adventure bonding-ish. They didn't quite get there with the conversations that they needed to have, but honestly, that was okay. I really enjoy that. So in the first two movies, we always had this like love interest, right? We had this woman that was with Indy the whole time, this love interest, but in this one, we replaced that with his father. And he's on a rescue mission to get his father, and then it's things go wrong after things go wrong after things go wrong, and it's just these two men having to figure it out while still keeping the Holy Grail end goal in mind. By the way, I was going to mention this at some point during the movie, but I figured I would just save it to the end, so I'll say it right now. Monty Python and the Holy Grail is literally one of my favorite movies of all time. I've seen it far too many times to count but it probably is in my top 5 watched movies like of all time in terms of how many times I've watched movies. The moment that the Grail was mentioned in this movie and the moment that it was like, oh, we're literally going after and finding a Holy Grail, I thought that was awesome. And I was really, really excited to see this whole story play out. And yeah, this was such a fun movie. I really enjoyed it a lot. The chemistry, though, between Harrison and Sean was awesome. I actually think that they do kind of look a little bit alike. For this being my first Sean Connery performance, I mean, his voice, very iconic, right? A lot of his lines were super funny, not just because of what he was saying, but just the way his voice sounds on top of it. Watching him as this like passionate man, very, what's the word I'm looking for to describe like kind of just who he is and his personality, but he's very like, I can't think of the word, but he's just so like upbeat and like down for it, like super excited. Like he had such wide eyes at times, had very quick wit and just was so about this. And he was also really excited to be able to be with Indy on this journey. Because yeah, what did Indy mention during that one conversation? That they hadn't really had a proper conversation in like 2 decades. It seems like Indy moved out when he was young, and this whole time they've just been very separated and not really having much of a relationship. So this was an adventure. This was an adventure for both of them. I already mentioned it during the reaction, but yeah, every time Indy just yelled, "Dad," like just the way he did it, the way he said it, it was so funny. I loved it every time. And then same with Sean saying Junior to him. And you could tell like Indy's annoyance with that was fun. I just loved it. I loved it. It was so enjoyable. And even though we didn't get, the serious conversation that they should have had, we got like the start of it. We got Indy trying, right? And we had, his dad just doing the typical like brushing off kind of thing. And then fast forward to the moment where Henry thinks Indy is dead. And you see that like immediate regret, that immediate remorse of not having done that. My headcanon is that, okay, they've ridden off into the sunset. Still have it up on the screen. They've ridden off into the sunset. Headcanon, I mean, I know there's 2 more movies, but because the 4th one came out so much later than this one, like almost 2 full decades after this one, my headcanon is that, yeah, these 2 gents, maybe Sala and Marcus went with them, but these 2 gentlemen definitely had their conversation and got out what they needed to say and did a lot of catching up as well, because yeah, Indy has done quite a bit since he was a kid. And speaking of that, River Phoenix, oh my gosh, River Phoenix as young Indy was awesome. I thought that he got the manner, like, I know I was kind of questioning it until it like really became clear that he was a young Indiana Jones. But when I think back on that opening scene with him, he did get the Indy-isms down pretty well. I loved that train sequence with the circus and just watching him go from car to car and trying to outrun, and the way that was filmed was really interesting, and it was exciting. It was such a fun way to open this, to have this flashback to 1912 and to watch River, like to see River. Yes, it was a small role, but it was fun. I enjoyed it. It was great to see him again. There are a lot more River Phoenix movies that I need. I feel like there's a few more at least. I know that he died super tragically young and just at the start of his career really, but I know that there's other movies he's been in that I need to see, so I definitely want to. This was a surprise to me to have him show up in those opening credits. I was excited for that, so that was enjoyable. Elsa. So Elsa was like kind of the love interest, but really not really, which I'm grateful for actually. I did really appreciate having a break from having a woman kind of always being with Indy and kind of having that dynamic. It was nice to take a back seat for that. Although, oh my gosh, the little bickering between Indy and his dad about her, the fact that they both slept with her. Anyway, is what it is. Awkward though. And neither of them really displayed any level of awkwardness for that. So anyway, is what it is. Elsa was not particularly intriguing to me, to be honest. Like, I think it's obvious I was far more invested in this father-son dynamic and duo this time around. At the end there, when she grabbed the Grail, I fully thought that she knew that she was grabbing the wrong one. That's how it comes across to me, that she like intentionally killed the guy to then take it for herself once we had the right one. I guess that's how I read that. I don't know. Being that in the end, she definitely just wanted the prize out of it, I guess. Maybe she truly didn't know. Maybe she thought it was the right one and just went, you drink out of it, you test it, and then we'll see for sure, right? I don't know. Anyway, good ending though. Good ending. I'm glad that Indy wasn't actually stupid about it. That decision for him to like, he really wanted the Grail, but in the end he chose his dad. He chose family. So in a way we do get a bit of a character arc with Indy through these first three movies. Having his dad present in this one, we get some of that family in him coming out, like getting to see that dynamic with his dad, and it's not just him working with like strangers or by himself or with a woman or whatever. Like he's teaming up with his dad, and they've got all this history together, and his dad is very much, I mean, he really does take after his dad, right? Like Henry himself displayed a lot of kind of what I would consider Indy-isms because we spent more time with Indiana Jones. I liked his dad. I thought he was fun. And Sean Connery had such a great performance. Harrison, of course, fantastic as always. It was really good to see Sala again. Forgive me, Marcus. I didn't realize he was a repeat character either. I think it's because they wrote him so differently in this one compared to the first. There were a lot of scenes that were visually really fun to watch. Once again, all the chase scenes in this movie were great. They were very entertaining. They definitely stick out to me as just such a good time to watch. The whole tank sequence I loved, with Marcus and Henry in the tank and Indy outside of it on the horse, and just everything to do with that was really, really fun. The plane, the whole blimp to plane situation. Now, yes, the effects obviously are dated. You can tell it's green screen and all of that. But I made that joke about like Mission Impossible Final Reckoning could never, because there's just something so charming about movies from this time and how they, because the first thing that was so funny to me about that scene was the fact that like their hats were just on and there was no wind for these actors at all. Like they're, supposed to be in this plane flying in the sky, and they're just, there's no wind effect or anything like that. They're not, hanging on to their hats or anything. So, and then just watching that whole scene play out, I don't know. It was just fun. Mission Impossible Final Reckoning, obviously, like extremely realistic and actual stunt work and all of this stuff. And Tom Cruise is crazy, but it makes for like really intense viewing. Whereas something like this, no intensity at all. It's just fun. It's just fun. The stakes are low and yeah, it's just a good old time. All right, I think that wraps up my thoughts. It's likely that I'm going to be watching the next two films. Like, I'm going to give myself some space before I watch them. So with that, it's likely that the trilogy is going to come out on YouTube, and I may not have actually watched the other two movies yet. So just to be on the safe side, I'll just request no spoilers down below for the next two films. Again, collection for Patreon is linked in the pinned comment and video description if you're interested in those. With that, I'm gonna go to Letterboxd now to see what some other people have to say about Indiana Jones and The Last Crusade. Father and son bond over having sex with the same woman, killing Nazis, and becoming immortal. Pretty cool. 4 stars. If you ever think your life is boring, just think of the knight who guarded the Grail for 700 years. Yeah, that would be quite the boring job, especially because you have no idea when anyone is coming. 4 stars. I'm sure other people have made this connection before, but it really hit me how The Last Crusade prologue is very much a George Lucas dry run for the Star Wars prequels, where you explain every last little thing about characters you love, but in a way that is either super obvious or kind of annoying. And then in parentheses, they said, I love a lot of this movie, but Indy finding a lion tamer's whip and immediately giving himself a scar on his chin is not something I ever needed to see. I love that, because in the moment, it didn't, I didn't really think anything of it, but this is why I love reading reviews, because sometimes someone will make a point like that and I'm just like, you know what? Yeah, you're right. I'm gonna pull out 2 paragraphs from this 5-star review that says, Ford is Jones. He wears the character like a comfortable pair of sweatpants, and while that could result in a phoned-in performance, he is as energetic as ever. Strong, charismatic, intelligent, and roguish. He is the perfect hero for this type of adventure. He was all of this in the 2 previous parts as well, of course, but what makes this film lift its head above the others is the introduction of Jones' father, the immaculate Connery. What this does is add an extra layer to Jones's character, as we gain insight in why he does what he does and who the man is behind the legend. The story needed this, and it works well, mainly because Connery and Ford match perfectly. Their banter back and forth is just a delight, and the depth they give to their relationship. Yes, I love it. I agree. Wholeheartedly. And now it is that time of the video where I turn it to you, and I ask you to leave your thoughts down below in the comments. My final ranking of this trilogy, these 80s movies, definitely Last Crusade first, Raiders second, and Temple of Doom third. I did enjoy this more than Raiders because it was the Raiders feeling, the Nazi punching, but then we had the father-son duo, and I just love that so much. So yeah, that's my ranking on this trilogy. Let me know yours below. If you would like to tell me, like, include the other 2 movies in your ranking as well, feel free. It won't really set expectations for me, because I think I kind of already know that a lot of people don't like the 4th and 5th as much as the trilogy anyway. And like, rankings can be different. It doesn't matter. Just because if you rank them poor, it doesn't necessarily mean that I will. So yeah, let me know down below. Let's talk about this. What's your favorite line from this movie? Let me know favorite lines, favorite moments, scenes. Do you love Sean Connery and Harrison Ford as much as I do? Anyway. And also, feel free to recommend Sean Connery movies, but I would prefer that you do that through my suggestion form, which is linked in every single video description, and also in the pinned comment. It's like my link.kl.com, and then it sends you to a page, and I've got a bunch of links there. There's a suggestion form. So send your movies in that way, because I frequently check all of your submissions and I make polls out of them, and I can see when multiple of you have sent in the same movie and all of that. So that just really helps me keep things organized. If it was only in the YouTube comments, that would be a lot to manage. So feel free to use the form as much as you want. Just submit 1 movie per entry. Please and thank you. I appreciate you guys. All right. With that, we will see you guys back here whenever I get to Indiana Jones 4. Not sure when that will be. In the meantime, feel free to check out other reactions here on the channel. If you're not yet subscribed, please do so you don't miss out on any other reactions of mine. And to everyone on Patreon, thank you so much for your support. We will see you guys whatever reaction you tune into next. So until then, I wish you a wonderful rest of your day. Have an excellent one. Take care, everybody.